We are just continuing the presentation of trauma. This will be mostly on the posterior segment trauma. And first presentation will be basically we want to know whether really trauma is so controversial, whether this prognosis is really very bad. So if we go very critically, the story is something different. So as I told, actually there is no controversy when we treat the posterior segment trauma cases. The misconception is that it is always unpredictable outcome, but in reality, trauma, it follows the law of nature. It does not follow the segment concept that we are creating. Because of that, we feel sometimes this is very unrealistic. Like we feel this, we do not know how the prognosis is. But if we follow the way the trauma causes the problem to the eye, we know that then this is not that difficult. Of course, the assessment is difficult and intervention is cumbersome. Because of that, many people they do not like to treat the trauma cases. So that's why the problem. The basic visual indicators are whether reversible or irreversible damage that we have to know. Involvement of the visual axis is important. The presence of infection and presence of infection, intraocular foreign body or associated reaction. These few are the indicators that give the idea how the prognosis will be. Other prognostic factors are initial vision during the time of injury, whether this is blunt trauma or penetrating trauma, the site of involvement, the size of the injury, and the duration. These are the other prognostic factors. In trauma, different diagnostic age gives us the help, gives us the clue for the prognosis also. You can see the ultrasound is very vital. Suppose if due to trauma there is traumatic cataract and we do not know how the posterior segment is behaving, so whether there is any detachment there or vitreous hemorrhage, the ultrasound can guide. And sometimes a PEP is very crucial in determining the treatment option because suppose patient's vision is PL query. We do not know how the patient's vision will be that. And sometimes visual assessment is difficult. So VEP gives a clue that whether we'll do treatment for these cases or not. And a very subtle sense in the ERG, like in the very initial stage or sometimes very small intraocular foreign body, you cannot detect clinically. By ERG, we know that there is some foreign body. So then we can do a research and we can find out if the iron foreign body there, we have to remove that. And traumatic macular changes, subtle changes can be picked up by FFA, and also OCT is helpful in the macular changes. So we just divide this trauma scenario in two types, like either it can be blunt trauma or it can be penetrating. So in blunt trauma, suppose there is Berlin's edema, you know that prognosis is good. Retinal dialysis with retinal detachment, even the prognosis is good. If only vitreous hemorrhage, macula is healthy, then by doing we can give back the normal vision. Choroidal rupture, if it involves the center of the fovea or if there is subretinal hemorrhage, the prognosis may not be good, it may be an average, or even if it is a big rupture, sometimes the prognosis is not very good. Posterior lens dislocation. In this situation, if there is no other problem, there is no other pathology, then this patient can be restored back to normal vision using doing the vitreoretinal surgery and putting a secondary IOL. As I told, if there is subretinal hemorrhage, massive subretinal hemorrhage, the prognosis is average. Macular hole, the prognosis is usually bad because there is associated macular RP dysfunction. There are scarring sometimes. So macular hole prognosis is usually poor. And traumatic optic neuropathy, again, it's poor. CRVO, nowadays with anti-VEGF, the edema can be reduced, but still the prognosis is not very good in traumatic CRVO. And if it is combined CRVO, CRAO, then it's definitely poor. In penetrating trauma, suppose there is only vitreous hemorrhage, only penetration, but there is no other retinal injury. Even in penetrating trauma, the outcome is good. Fresh retinal detachment with surgery, we can give an average vision. And if there is giant retinal tear or globe rupture in this situation, of course, the visual outcome is very poor. And you can see if there is intraocular fibrotic sense, the vision is poor. Even intraocular foreign body, If there is siderotic sense, then again the vision is not that good. But if we remove the foreign body in early stage, of course, we can restore the vision. In traumatic endophthalmitis, vision is usually poor. But if this is associated with intraocular foreign body, then again the situation is worse. But of course, we can treat these cases with retinal surgery. And one important thing to know about the ocular trauma score. Basically, when we treat the posterior segment trauma cases, the more important factor is how we can prognosticate. As I told, I'm just giving an overview. These situations, the prognosis will be like this. But more scientifically, if we follow the OTS, then we can give a definite prognostic outcome. So determine the patient's initial visual acuity after injury and their tissue diagnosis. There are two tables. So assign a raw point value for initial visual acuity from table A, which is coming next, and then subtract the appropriate raw point from each diagnosis for row B to F. You can just see here, there are two tables. Thus we are giving the raw point for vision, initial vision, and these are the points for tissue diagnosis. So what is done, the tissue diagnosis is subtracted from the point given in this initial visual acuity. And this table give the guideline that suppose patient is having 73% score, then these are the situation, 0 to 44. Suppose 0 to 44, then this is the visual outcome possibility. 92 to 100, this is the visual outcome possibility by 6 months. So OTS gives a good guideline. High score tends to indicate a better prognosis. So just to take home message, some important prognostic tips that I want to give. If you have a query, infection or inflammation, if it is a penetrating trauma with hypopyon, always think of infection. If BCVA, your visual acuity is inappropriate with amount of vitreous hemorrhage, think of other pathology like optic nerve involvement. If iron foreign body, go ahead with surgery even if there is good vision. And PVR changes and recurrent RDR are high in penetrating injury related trauma. So initially, if we do a good surgery, we settle the retina. In these cases, chance of recurrent RD is more. So these are some important prognostic factors. Thank you very much.